This is a lot of fun. When you begin a story with who is everyone, why is everyone? I mean, as actors, when you step into these roles where you get to actually kind of explain to everybody who you are a little bit because that's part of the point. Like, how do you both kind of enjoy that kind of part of kind of rolling out your character? Lydia, we'll start with you.
It's true. It's a perfect situation to start off a drama with because these characters themselves are having to announce themselves and kind of account for themselves right from the very get-go. So yeah, I'm very triggered by your background. This is amazing. I'm like back in the
Good.
drama. Great.
And
Yeah, I think in anything that you do, the choices you make for the how you roll your character out are always important. But in something like this, everything's a clue for the audience. Everything is either the truth or it's a mislead, and it should be there should be conscious choices. So I found even from that first plane scene, it's like I want the audience to think this way. I want them to be surprised when I turn out to be more heroic than I am, or all those things. So you plant seeds all the time.
and Eric, I have to ask too, if a friend were to ask you about this story, I mean, a title like Nine Bodies in a Mexican Morgue is a pretty, a grandiose title of something. How would you explain this story best to a friend if they asked you?
I've loved. I don't know if you found this, Lydia. They'll say, "What's the new show?" I'll say the name, and they'll either go, "Oh, that's morbid," or they'll go, "So hilarious! Is it funny?" And I go, "No, it's not funny." And they go, "Oh, it sounded like it was supposed to be funny." Uh, so I love here's the true story that Anthony told me was that he had another title for it. He had the plot, he didn't love his title, and he sat down. And as he was sitting into the chair with whoever he was pitching the show to, probably at MGM, they said, "What have you got for us, Anthony?" And he just off the top of his head went, "I call it Nine Bodies in a Mexican Morgue." And they said, we're in. So it's stuck. I
Fabulous.
love that it is complicated, and it's such a vision. It's like, well, that's clear. That
Yeah,
is not a vague title. That's very clear title, and I think it just leaves your mouth watering for more.
absolutely. Yeah. It's hiding
Now,
in
I don't want to. Oh, go ahead. I don't want to. I don't want to give away anything because essentially you guys do, like as I said, explain your characters there. But can you talk a little bit about maybe finding Sonia and placing her in the jungle? Like it's always interesting to have a character, but then also it placing them in the place itself too. Where how did you kind of want to kind of like ingrain her there? Was it more about her past, or was it more about surviving that moment as well?
Oh, it's a lovely question because that was exactly the fun of tracking her. So she's someone who's a little bit exiled from her other life. She's got some demons, but she's chosen the jungle already as a habitat. She's been living out there for a while, and she's been doing some charity work out there. And so she, in a way, she kind of comes alive out there. And so I found her through, wearing those combat boots and kind of, even though she's very familiar to me as a Londoner. I liked thinking that sort of her spirit was a little bit more integrated at when she was out in nature, and that was so yeah, she's very ingrained with her surroundings, and that was a real key for me.
And then Kevin, of course, a salesman, from what I understand. I don't give anything
Yeah.
away, but a little bit about him, placing him in there too, because he has a lot of stutter steps of who we think he is, even the first episode alone.
Yeah, I think I love playing people that have secrets, not even necessarily dark secrets, just reasons for not wanting to share with strangers, and that's exactly what we all are forced to do. So everything from even the Anthony had written that I have glasses, and even the choice of those glasses, I think the director and I and the wardrobe designer, we spent days because it's a key element of the visual of the 10 of us, the nine of us. Um, and I just thought, no, I wanted to go for a different kind of almost more bookish look, but I love that we ended up with something that you can't quite make out who this guy is. Is he sophisticated? Is he hiding behind those glasses? Where does he come from? It's hard to tell. It's part of the mystery.
For sure. Well, we'll make sure to talk about this with everybody. My biggest fear is going on vacation and having to become friends with the people I happen to be in a boat with or something too. So that's my main fear in life. When I want to relax. I don't want to. I have enough friends. I have enough friends. Let's just enjoy. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave it with that. I hope everyone in your world is happy and healthy. And like I said, we'll make sure to talk about this. Be good.
Thanks, Derek. Please do.